Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Ree's World. If you don't know me, I am Bree. I'm a graphic designer, comic artist, and an illustrator. So, thank you for being here, and let's get right into this video. As you know, I'm doing a draw with me. I'm drawing 4 webcomic panels, all bunched up into one because I wanted to get it done. And yeah, you know what we usually do: we sip, we chill, and we get real cozy and we allow ourselves to relax. So let's go. Yeah, I wanted to show myself getting set up because I feel like that really helps the environment and it really helps you guys get into it and get into like a relaxation kind of vibe. So yeah, that's why I add those to the video. So starting with the first panel, it's a very small panel, a very like 4x4 kind of panel, square-ish, I mean, and it is of a hand opening or unlocking the door. And so it's a very pivotal moment, which is why I put it so very close to the screen, very close up, because it's like showing the character opening the door. And then you emphasize her hand opening the door because the next panel is leading to her going out or probably hesitating to go out. Knowing this, I wanted to pay attention to my line weight and my line art in general because I know that it's a very simple panel and overdoing it would take away from the main purpose of this panel. So let's get cozy and just watch me finish this panel. Guys, I redid this pinky 50,000 times. I don't know why I didn't just quit. Like, I was really challenging myself to finish. And I really wanted to create depth and really do better with my line weight. So it really meant a lot for me to finish. Even though I was frustrated and I was over it and I just wanted to throw the whole picture away. It was getting to a point where I was like, do I really need to draw her opening this door? But then I thought it's a really simple panel. It could be worse. Like, just do this. Like, just have some patience. You got this. Keep going. So that's what I was doing, y'all. I kept going. And when I started on this finger, that's when I knew I was irritated. I don't remember if I took a nap or what, but maybe I came back to it the next day because that sounds more like me. I probably started on a whole different panel and came back to this. But the perspective was kicking my behind. I was like, how does one make this nail look okay? Because you saw how big it was looking. That looks like a claw. Like, I was going through a lot. You see me? I had to skip that out, baby. I was like, F it. Moving on. I wasn't going to waste y'all time watching me struggle, so I cut all of that out. We moving on to the coloring process. Oh, and guys, forgive me about my LED lights. The screen protector that I had on my iPad during this time, it was not anti-glare. So, yeah. It reflected all my lights and it ruined a lot of footage back in the day. So, yeah. All right, let's start with my art journey. I was always an artist. Even at 7, my parents got me into performing arts school where I took up acting, I took up art for a long time, and I took up some instrument class. So I was basically just ringing bells and learning my rhythms. I took a piano class. In choir, we learned about like music notes and how to identify them, how to use them, stuff like that. But my main focus was art. Like, that's the first time I learned how to do like a side profile, portraits, painting, learning about color theory, and just unlocking that artist within me. And I really shaped my whole personality. So at that specific performing arts school, we went on a lot of trips. Like, I remember going to the art museum in downtown Detroit, and I loved it. Like, that's why I said it was one of the best times of my school life, because we went on hella field trips. Like, who wouldn't want a field trip? And then on top of that, right, we had so many ceremonies. We had so many musical ceremonies. We had famous musical guests that came to our school, like every freaking Friday. Like, sometimes like they would let out school for it. Like, it wouldn't be any classes because it's like a freaking guest star coming from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and they're just talking. They're talking about follow your dreams and this and that. And I'm not talking about like, music stars like Beyonce or anything. I'm talking about like people in the community who made it, who followed their dreams, who are like professional singers, professionals. Like, and that was meant to motivate us to really lock in when it came to harnessing our skills, no matter what the skills were. Yeah, we would be there for a very long time. Like, we would sit in our gymnasium / like theater room where the stage and stuff was at, and we'd be sitting for hours just cross-legged, or like, it depended on what like age you were. You would sit on the bleachers. No matter what, your ass was on that hard ass wood for hours. And like, I didn't know I had ADHD, so maybe it wasn't hours. Like, I feel like ADHD time is different than regular time, because I feel like I'm sitting there forever and I have to be still and I can't talk and I can't do anything, so I get bored. So it may not have been hours as I thought, but I was starving. I look outside, it's brighter, the afternoon sun is coming out. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I want to talk about the concerts next, but my heat is about to start in my apartment, so you might hear that in the background. So that's just my heat. We also had a lot of concerts that we did. We had people come here and they did concerts. I'm talking about like really upscale bands, bands from other schools, other elementary schools, high schools. I don't remember if people or like bands from Cass Tech came. I don't even know if Cass Tech has a band because I've never been. Yeah, I just remember learning a lot about music, classical music, jazz, definitely jazz, because it was an all-black school. It was Duke Ellington. So we learned a lot about Duke Ellington. We had a lot of speakers coming in from Duke Ellington, local people talking about him and talking about the art of jazz, how to make jazz music, why they followed their dreams. And as a kid, I really zoned out of this. Like, as I'm looking back, I'm really realizing the ADHD that I had that was just passive. Like, I was a quiet ADHD kind of kid. I daydreamed a lot. I zoned out a lot. I doodled a lot. So I guess that really makes sense of why I really zoned into art, because I zoned out of school. Not saying that I didn't have good grades, because baby, I was on the honor roll up until 6th grade, and they changed up the math on me. I got dyscalculia, so I'm like, I don't know. I barely got long division. Like, I was holding on. I went to summer school and all. Best time of my life, by the way. Like, baby, like at my school, when you were in summer school, baby, you go on field trips. And you write a summary of what you learned at this field trip. When we went to the butterfly museum, or like butterfly garden, best time of my life. It was hot as hell. Okay, it was humid, hot, all caps. I didn't give a damn. I was with the butterflies, and that's when I realized that episode of SpongeBob was real. The up close and personal butterflies, like in your face, buzzing. trying to suck the sweat off you, because that's what butterflies do, suck the sweat off you. I was like, oh, y'all pretty from a distance. Go ahead and back up for me, okay? Back it up. And then one time we went to Comerica Park, and then another time we went to a local park, and we went to Belle Isle, you know, the place to be, okay? Because everybody in Detroit know Belle Isle, baby. It had its ups and downs, and it's looking better every day. It looks good now. It looks good. You know, that's a whole controversial topic. I'm not going to get into that. But I'm glad it's looking good. I'm glad, you know, people can walk there. People can take their dog there. It's not a lot of trash no more. Yeah, I'm off topic. The field trips at Duke Ellington was good. I was glad that our school was getting funding. I can't say that about a lot of Detroit public schools because they weren't getting a lot of funding. I guess because we were a performing arts school, we got extra funding, or like, I don't know. Because eventually that school closed down, and, you know, they went to a new building. You know, that it was a lot going on in the 2000s. A lot of Detroit public schools was getting shut down and getting overcrowded because of the other schools that's getting closed down, because they're getting merged together, packing all those kids in, and they didn't have a lot of supplies. They didn't have a lot of school stuff, a lot of decorations for the kids. So the teachers would come out their pocket to chip in. Like, shout out to Detroit teachers. Like, y'all really brought these kids up in Detroit and made sure they got an education, and y'all tried your best with, like, they had like 30 kids in their classes. That's a lot. I'm telling you, like, we would share books a lot. Like, I felt like towards the end, it started to get really bad when it came to funding. You remember, like, free dress Friday because we were uniform, dress casual uniform. So we shared books a lot, certain material, certain books that we needed. We had open court reading, but like sometimes each class had to rotate, like different semesters and stuff. You know, they were really trying their best to hold it together. I don't know what was happening, but I guess our test scores wasn't like what they wanted. But I feel like Detroit just wanted to cut funding from the DPS schools in the first place. You know, the whole controversy with that, whatever. I guess that really hurt the generations to come. Yeah. Let's get into my memorable moments and being in a performing arts school. I would say they really tried their best to make sure we were good. So at the end of the year, we had this field day. I forgot what it was called, but it was like the last day of school, and they did all this fun stuff. Like, it'd be a fun day. They have food. They have like snacks that we can take home, because they know a lot of kids wasn't eating, so they'd be able to take food home. What else? Half a days you could take food home, because you won't be eating lunch around that time. You just have breakfast, so then you could take lunch home. They have like milk. They have granola bar. They have juice. They have like a peanut butter and jelly, or a turkey sandwich, stuff like that. I love that DPS did that, because a lot of charter schools, they don't have funding either. I remember our fire drills. I feel like everybody remembered those traumatizing as fire drills, or the tornado drills. It just really disrupts your day. On top of that, I miss my concerts that we would do. Like, yeah, we'd feel like we were on tour, like about to perform at all these Detroit public schools, or like really big churches. Like, we had our little button-down shirt with the collar, sharp collar, by the way. Like, and then we had, I don't know what they're called, but we had a bow tie and the thing that go around your waist, and they were gold. I remember because my mom took a picture. But yeah, shit was serious. Like, we were going to churches and performing all kinds of Christmas songs, Easter songs, November, like fall music. But like, yeah, our choir teacher, she was that girl. Her name was Miss Jenkins, I think. What's her name, Mrs. Jenkins? Or Mrs. Hughes? I don't remember. But she was that girl. She was strict with us. Like, she wasn't taking no disrespect, as she should. Stand on it, queen, okay?
But she scared me, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I had to make sure I was with it, because one day we was talking too much in school. She put everybody on the spot, baby. She was like, oh, y'all talking over this and I'm trying to teach y'all this line right here, this lyric, this note, and y'all don't want to learn? All right, show me what I just taught you. Try to hit this note, try to hit this pitch, like use your head voice type shit. And everybody was out of tune, we was out of pitch. And she was like, yeah, this is why you need to lock in, because y'all all sound foolish. Yeah, I'm not playing with y'all, I'm not playing. And that scared us, and I feel like that humbled all of us. I remember how late I was for one concert. Mind you, I was on time, I was ready. It wasn't my damn daddy that was making me late, because I'm like, are you performing or me? What are you getting dressed for? What is taking you so long? Like, come on, man. Like, mind you, my school is down the street. Let me walk. Let me get on the bus so they can take me to the damn church. And then it was snowing, so his ass was slipping and sliding. Dangerous, because his ass was late. Like, if my mama had her own car, she could have just dropped me the hell off. You know, he can come later. So that pissed me off, and I felt in control in that moment. Like, you know how embarrassing that was? Like, I got the snow all on my boots. So as I'm walking down the aisle of the church, and it's fully packed, and my squad is on the goddamn, what is it? They're on the stage, okay? And they're singing, and they looking at me, and my music teacher looking at me like, what the fuck? Get on the stage, you know, don't fuck us up. Ooh, that was so much pressure. I feel like that's when my anxiety came, and that's why I'm telling anal about time, for real. Like, don't make me late. You see, I still remember this, and I'm 27 years old. I still hold a grudge, because who you thought? Like, you thought you was about to get on the stage, sir? My grandma and my mom laugh about that all the time, and about how mad I was because I was performing. I didn't have a solo, but like, I had to be there for the squad who had a solo, okay? And all my friends was on the choir. Everybody that I knew, everybody that I messed with heavy, we was in choir together. We was like a squad, and we even did like acting together. So like, we was like, man, y'all. My choir teacher, that next Monday, she definitely shaded me, talking about, guys, please come on time. This is why we have y'all stay here after school. We notify your parents and yada yada yada. Girl, I did not have no control over that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm only 10. Like, I really took it serious. Like, I got anxiety for the rest of my life because of that. I got social anxiety for the rest of my life. But anyway, those concerts were lit. They really helped us, gain confidence, and yeah, I fucks with that. I hope they still doing stuff like that, like concerts and, taking kids on field trips. I feel like they don't do that no more. It's just all, tablet and badass kids with no manners, giving these teachers, chaos and havoc. So yeah, that was my performing arts experience. One of the best experiences, one of the best Black performing art experience. And mind you, I had a small mind back in the day. I thought all Black people went to performing arts school. Like, I thought everybody can sing, dance, draw, play an instrument. And then I realized they are closing down schools left and right. And not every school was a performing arts school. Like, these are just regular schools. And every time I tell somebody that, they're like, oh my God, like Victorious? No, ma'am, not like Victorious. I wish my school was like that. But yeah, after that, I went to a charter school. They didn't get no funding. Like, we went on one field trip and that's it. Like, are you serious? That's it. I went there for 4 years. Like, and then we didn't have no art class. We didn't have no music class. We just had the basic essentials. And then, like, they kept adding extra math and extra writing courses. Like, I'm tired. When is my brain gonna take a break? No cooking classes, no musical theory, no outside thinking of nothing. Like, I don't got nothing to work with. You think I want to go to school? I'm about to start skipping. Not me though. I never skip. I couldn't skip. My school was 30 minutes away from my house. I was taking the bus system. Okay, so where the fuck was I gonna go at 12 years old? Like, did I not tell y'all I was scared of my parents? My parents wasn't playing. I had 2 other brothers that would get into trouble, and when they got in trouble, that's like me being in trouble. That's enough for me. I learned from others and their experience. Like, I did not like being confronted. I did not like getting in trouble, and most of all, I did not like getting my ass whooped. Okay, yeah. So, not me. I wasn't skipping. I don't care how uncool I'd be. I'm a fucking square as long as my ass not getting whipped because we want to go to the subway down the street or yada yada yada, or just get into a car with some 14-year-old 15-year-old person that she knows. Or I'm not doing that. Like, I probably got the opportunity twice and declined. Oh, on top of that, my brother went to that school. I forgot all about that. So and he was like a sergeant. Like, I feel like he was my father number two. Like, we cool but we didn't get along as kids. Like, he was doing too much. Like, calm down. You're taking your brother jobs too seriously. Now he cool as ice. Like, he real laid back. But he was like mean when he was younger. Always yelling at me, get out my room. Like, he was anal about all his stuff. Like, he had these model cars, like these old model cars that he didn't want nobody to even look at. Don't breathe near his facility because he yelling at you. Like, just like, what's wrong with you? Just mean. Dang. Like, anyways, where was I going with this? Middle school sucked. Worst time of my life. But I had some good friends to experience life with. Shout out to them. I love them forever. Like, even if you think I don't remember you, I remember you, because middle school was traumatizing for me. So it's like literally stuck in my head for the rest of my life. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to MC. Yeah, that school was crazy. High school was boring for me. Like, that's when I got really introverted, really depressed. I was a writer back in the day. Like, I was online writing all kind of fan fiction books, like stuff I wasn't even supposed to be writing. And one day I got caught by my parents and they read my stuff. Like, oh my god, it's so traumatized. I tried to forget every time I remember, and she still bring it up. Like, my mama bring it up, like, yeah, I remember you were a good writer. Like, you should really dive into that. Don't remind me of that traumatizing embarrassment. So embarrassing. Like, I feel like they still have it in a room. Like, anyways, yeah, you know, I was living under the radar. This school had choir, but it wasn't like, my friends wasn't there, and I was already in my shell, so I wasn't gonna like slide out of my shell like a turtle or like a snail. Like, I was content, or like just dissociated from life by then. And I wasn't really drawing anymore up until like senior year, when I finally got into the fucking art class. Like, let me not get mad over that. But yeah, I started taking engineering classes, and that's when my brain shut off. I wasn't good at like engineering. Like, I'm good with my hands, but like, I sometimes have a brain hand disconnect. I'm like, this is not adding up. And like, back in the day, I had like a block in my brain when it came to like word problems, not common sense, hold on, don't do me like that, hold on. Critical thinking is what I wanted to say. When we had those critical thinking questions, my brain shut off, because I'm like, man, and I don't know why my brain shut off. I think it just got boring. I got overstimulated. I didn't want to do it no more. Sorry, senior year was good to me though. I was depressed and I was flunking a little bit because like my home life was getting really crazy. But I made up for it the second semester. That was like the second time in my school history that I did really bad in school. And I felt so guilty. But I still got into my private college though, so shout out to me. One thing we're gonna be is resilient. But yeah, I finally got into that art class. I got into a jewelry making class. That was fun. I made a few rings. I don't know if I still have them, but that was so fun. I wanted to get into ceramics, but I was in E2020 because I had to make up some classes. I'm human, okay? I had to make some classes up, so that took one of my, I didn't have enough credits basically. So I'm still dreaming of taking the ceramics class, by the way. Yeah. The art class I was in, he wanted to put one of my pictures in the art competition, in the art show. It was an art show actually, and I still have that picture to this day. Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Shout out to you. Love you forever. But that definitely gave me some confidence. My friend Myra was in it. I know her painting was like orange. It was like a fruit or something. I forgot, but it was so pretty. I always loved the way she did her art, and I love the way she drew her eyes and her eyebrows. I feel like they kind of like mimic her face in a way now that I think about it. Because she still draws like her real life, she does her real life eyebrows like that now. So yeah, I guess it was a full circle. We kind of mimic the art we see in our reflection. and within ourselves or in the people we see. So yeah, art really reflects and replicates life. That really sat with me there. I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, and then I turned off my artistic skills. I turned it off for a long time because I was doing architecture. I went to college by then. I was depressed even more. There was a lot going on. But I was still getting commissioned by my friends. They wanted me to draw stuff for them. My friend Michael, he has like probably 50% of my work at his house. My friend Ariel, she has a lot of my stuff too, you know. Yeah. And then I changed colleges and I went to Ferris State for a year. I went off to college this time. And that was so different. I finally took an art class again. And it was just like, a basic art class. You're learning a lot of color theory. You're painting. You're doing still life, stuff like that. And that's great. I had fun. I did a lot of Alice in Wonderland inspired art, of my now wife. And it's like a 4-series set. Like my mom has half of it at her house, and she also keeps my room like kind of preserved because I painted all my walls. Mind you, she was against me painting my walls. And one day my dad had walked up like past my room. He's like, "You painted your walls? Nice." And like that's the coolest my dad has ever been. Like maybe he was just, off the booze. Maybe he was just, chilling that day. But my mom walked past and she was like, "You painted on your walls? Wow." She was salty, but like she didn't give me hell like I expected. She was just like, "Wow, all right." Like I feel like that's when she accepted that I'm an artist. You can't contain me, Mom. You can't contain me. I can't be packaged, Mom. I can't. And mind you, by this time I was like 18, but I wasn't grown to my parents. Like they still saw me as a baby. Like even when I would go to I would say one Halloween college party, and it was hosted by the school, so it wasn't working on nothing. And I went to school with a whole bunch of non-black people, so it was hard for me to make friends. But yeah, I got out the house because you will not keep me in. I must be free. Ashari must win. Okay, I must win. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with this. I forgot. I don't know how I got off topic and I went back to the private university that I went to, but I'm talking about Ferris State and the art class that I took there and how I started to get into digital art. I got into digital art, I would say 2020. I would draw on my Samsung Note. I don't remember which Note it was. It was an old one, Note 8, I think. Yeah, because before that I had the Samsung Galaxy S5, 6, don't remember. But yeah, I was holding on to my Galaxies like, life itself. So I would make little stuff and it looked terrible. Like, I'm like, damn, where my skills go? Maybe I should go back to just painting, sketching, yada, yada, yada. But I didn't give up. Like, I came back 2021. I was working. I bought me an iPad. I bought me a printer. I was about to sell shirts. Like, I sold 2 shirts, y'all, and I got stressed out. My mom helped me with the t-shirts. Like, she bought me the t-shirts, and I made her a super mom digital painting. And I printed that on the shirts. But the thing is, I didn't know about, not using RGB colors, and I needed to use CYMK colors instead. So they all came out really bad and it wasted my t-shirts, and I didn't really have money to replace that or to keep making mistakes and keep going. Who knows where I'd be if I kept going and stuck it out during COVID. But yeah, that didn't go much anywhere. So 2020 I started brainstorming and I came up with a concept for High Wreath. It's basically like a nostalgic, oh, will they, won't they kind of comic. And I kind of build off of my main character, Sage, Castiel, and Galax. Like, they were the main people. It was mostly Sage and Castiel. But, I needed that comic relief, that grounding person, that different personality, because, the air and the water types were, they was causing havoc, so I needed some fire. And that's my baby Galax. He's the one with the red hair. Sage is the one with the blonde hair, sometimes purple. Castiel is the one with the orange auburn hair and green eyes and amazing complexion. Now, in the beginning, Sage and Castiel and Galax were in high school, but like during this time, I was watching a lot of anime and I kind of got tired of the whole high school trope. And mind you, I was like 23 and I couldn't relate to my 18-year-old self. And I wanted to age them up, so I aged them up. I started to like sketch fan art of them before I really had grasp on the story itself. And I felt like in the beginning I really had to build my skills up, and that really dimmed my light when it came to like passion for making a story and becoming like a full-time artist. So I really didn't, believe in myself yet, because I'm like, I have so much to learn and I'm like really insecure about that right now. And like stepping into the digital world was scary. Like it was so scary, and it was scary to be into the traditional art of it all, like doing art shows and stuff, because I just wasn't confident yet, and I didn't like have a lot of like street knowledge when it came to selling my art and selling myself, and giving people a reason to listen to me and a reason to be here. So yeah, now that I'm here, I think that if I would have just kept going and if I would have just kept going and believed in myself in the process, I would be further in my career. But I still caught it at a good time. So I'm really glad. I'm really excited to really get into this comic, be consistent, force myself to make content on YouTube, get my voice known, put myself out there, basically step from behind the curtain when it comes to drawing. And I feel like I've grown so much within these 5 months of me being consistent, because I was getting married before that, so my art wasn't getting none of my attention, nor was like my other digital web design, social media, marketing, all those. I took a break. Planning a wedding is a full-time job, bro. Like I was going crazy. I still have some of my early drawings from when I first got my iPad, and I look back at them and I realize how far I've come when it comes to everything. Even though I don't feel like I'm like the best artist, I'm still learning, and so that makes me a good person. That makes me a motivated person, and that just makes me human, because I always like to learn new things. I always love to connect with other human beings. So I'm kind of graduating from the antisocial stage of being an artist, and it kind of feels like making friends all over again. But like, instead of being in elementary and you have a class, the world is your class now. So that's like kind of overwhelming, but kind of exciting, because like if I don't connect with like these 5-10 people, it's like a boatload of people that I can still connect with and make a better connection, a better bond with. And it's like literally literally, if you look at my followers or the people that I follow on my Instagram, I follow all different artists, because I love looking at their art, and I'm like, wow, look at all the people out there that's following their dreams and putting their art out there. That is so brave. Like, that is so brave, because you open yourself up to so much criticism. You open yourself up to so much of different elements out there. It's scary, especially when it comes to your baby, when it comes to your art. You just want to keep it safe. You want to keep it from people's eyes and judgment and stuff like that. So when you see people out here sharing their art and really putting themselves out there, try to support them. Try to leave something. You don't have to do it all the time, but just let them know that you see them, that you see them trying, because that's what really, really matters in today's world. That you're trying, that you're putting yourself out there, and that you're being brave. Because like, it's really hard being an artist right now in today's age, especially with AI, especially with people who want to take from you. So yeah, I feel like artists are really courageous people. We are officially 34 minutes into this 36-minute video of me drawing 4 panels for my webcomic Harith. And I have so many more panels to do, so much to draw, so much to edit, so much to film. And I'm so happy that I edited this video, especially how long it is. Y'all just don't know how mentally taxing that is. Like, I always hate it, editing, but here I am doing it because I can do hard things. So it's been 1 month since I've been very consistent on YouTube. I got 17 to 18 subscribers. So shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for supporting me and being here. Thank you for watching this video. And let me know what you guys think about this story time, about this art, yapping. What you think of these panels I drew? Would you read the webcomic? Let me know your thoughts down below. And shout out to y'all. We're gonna make it to 100 subscribers soon, but each day that you guys show up for me, I show up for you. So thanks for watching Ree's World. I'm out. Bye guys.